Good morning. Today is the third Sunday of Advent. I know it's been a few weeks since I made a video, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm back now, and we've had a couple of weeks of Advent. And Advent is the 4-week time before Christmas. So we have these 4 weeks, and the color of Advent is purple. So, like this candle right here. And the purple represents, just like remember green for ordinary time represented growing in our knowledge of God, purple represents penance and preparation. Penance means that we need to remember that we're sorry for our sins. So penance and preparation. Preparation means getting ready for something. Usually it's something exciting. In this case, it's Christmas. Today, though, today is a very special day because it is the third Sunday of Advent and the color changes for 1 week. It changes to rose. And this is because this week, the last couple weeks, the readings have all been around being very careful about sin and how far away we are from God. Sorry, this is my son, Daniel, and he's going to help me explain the rose color. The rose color, there's 2 times in the whole liturgical year that the calendar turns pink and the priest wears pink or rose. And that is this week and the 4th Sunday of Lent. So this week is all about joy. It's called Gaudete Sunday, which means rejoice Sunday. And it reminds us it reminds us that while we are waiting and we are preparing and we are penitential, which means that we're sorry for our sins, we also need to remember the joy in the waiting. So Jesus is coming. Christmas is his birthday. So it's so joyful. And the readings today, the first reading, the second reading, the responsorial psalm is all about rejoice. And that's a beautiful thing. This week, we also celebrate some very special saints. So one of those saints was today, and she was Saint Lucy, and her name means light. And so tonight, my family and I are going to bless our Christmas lights and turn them on. We haven't turned them on yet, except to test them out. So today, we're going to do that in honor of Saint Lucy. Tomorrow is a very special saint for the Carmelites. And that saint is Saint John of the Cross. Saint John of the Cross was a Carmelite priest, and he met Saint Teresa of Avila. She was another Carmelite. That's why he became a Carmelite. And he actually was a very good disciple, but that meant that he had to suffer a lot. And through that suffering, he grew closer to God. And one of the ways that he suffered is that he went to prison for being a good disciple, for preaching reform, which means change for good. And while he was in prison, he had visions and epiphanies about being close to God. And he wrote this amazing poetry about what it meant to be a good disciple and to suffer for God. And the cost of discipleship and the path to union with God. And he is the patron saint of mystics. Saint Lucy is the patron saint of the blind and people with eye disorders. So if you know someone who is blind or who has a vision difficulty, they have difficulty seeing, you can ask Saint Lucy to pray for them. And if you know somebody who is very close to God, we can ask Saint John of the Cross to pray for them. All right, that's all for today. I hope that you guys have a great third week of Advent, and I will hopefully see you next week.